Okay, let's take a quick look at using Mojave for drum fills. I have this acoustic sounding kit coming in from my TR8S, and I have all my macro knobs, I think they call them, down. I have my mix all the way off. Let's turn the zone all the way up. Let's turn our size down. The speed is at noon, and the window could be whatever you want it to be. So first, let's get this in rhythm. And first, I'm going to actually add a clock in. Make sure it's set to clock mode. And I'm going to just make it 50-50 wet and dry so I can kind of sync the zone. And right now, it's at the same time, so it gives us that flangey effect. So basically we want to find a time that kind of fits nicely in with the rhythm like this. And now we could go all the way wet and set our grain size big enough to where, they could overlap and we get that flange effect a little bit. Or we could go just big enough to where they don't overlap, but there's no real breaks in it. And now let's go back to fully dry. And now all we need to do these drum fills is send a gate in to our mix input to make it fully wet. And now if we want to modulate the sequence, we don't really need to add too much CV. We can just mess with the structure, drift, distribute, and whirl. Whirl for some stereo when we get those fills. That was probably too much, so let's go halfway. That's better. Now distribute's going to give us some ratchets and adjust our time a little bit, give us some ratchets and slapbacks and all sorts of nice stuff with the grains. If we go too much though, we'll get some dropouts as well, which you might not want that in your drum fills. And now drift will move our zone, so this might throw off our beat a little bit more. Let's turn distribute down though. Higher on drift. So it makes it a little bit more broken. And then to really play with that tom action, we have the structure where it'll just wobble a little bit with the pitch up until a quarter of the way. And we're not going to hear too much of that, but then it wobbles more. And we'll hear that for some cool pitch drop, pitch wobble effects. Let's go even up higher. And let's go to unquantized. Let's turn it all the way up. Yeah, it does a lot more to the pitch. I liked it more right around there. We'll turn distribute up a little and the drift just a touch. Let's turn the drift off. Let's turn our rate up a little bit. Turn our size down a little. There we go. Now we're starting to get some stuff. We could turn our gust up and get more of that flangey sound in there. and that is drum fills with Mojave.